Oh man, we're back.
We are
again,
back.
man.
So back.
What a bumper episode! When I list stuff out, it's way too much.
Well, you know what? We give the people what they want.
We do. Well, no,
we don't.
We do. We do the opposite.
We keep recording. People keep saying stop.
Like stop.
Please stop.
My wife, your wife.
Yep. Same.
Our families in general.
I mean,
the people who make it through the first 3 minutes and 54 seconds of our YouTube videos.
True.
Which is, I think, the average time. Oh, who knows? But anyway, we're back for more.
We are so back for more.
We're here today to talk about Crusade.
Crusade.
We are running a little long tonight, and we also came up with some really cool ideas of things we want to do for this in the future.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So we're going to kind of condense it a little bit here, and Danny is going to explain to us kind of the Crusade system, which for us, which is weird because you're like top 100 ITC, top 20 ITC team, frequent RTT winner, frequent GT runner-up. You are kind of like, this is a very casual game mode.
But this is like my absolute favorite way to play the game. Like for real.
Casually?
Yeah. No, and I like narrative campaigns.
Fair,
which may seem weird. Like I also like competitive stuff, but I really like playing narrative games. I think it's like, especially when both of our armies are painted well. Like that makes the game so much.
And your army is painted well.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, so Danny and I, as part of kind of our podcast stuff, and then as part of the growing realization that Danny is like the only person outside of my family that I interact with in any regular basis.
That is true. Sadly very true.
Yeah, I was like thinking about that. I was like, outside of my family, I think you were the only person I see on any kind of frequent basis. But we're going to start playing a lot more games, and we're going to be using the Crusade system to do it. We're going to be playing power level.
Yep.
And we're going to be advancing our Necron versus Death Guard story.
Correct.
To kind of get going there. And I'm very excited about it.
I'm so hyped.
Because I made my list. Like, and I sent it to you. I was like, here, this is what I'm thinking about for my list. And then after I did that, I looked around and I saw like these pile of like Power Fist, Plasma Gun, like play champions.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
oh, I need one of them.
Oh, I can take those guys, and they don't cost any extra than just a bolt gun champion.
It's free.
It's free. Yeah.
So, which is great. I think that stuff is really cool. It adds flavor to your units. It's nice to have a couple extra toys to play around with. Of course, playing Necrons, I don't get anything like that.
No. Yeah. After I send that, I'm like, wait, Necrons have 0 upgrades. I probably shouldn't send that.
It's fine. So when you start your Crusade Force, the very first thing that you do is you choose your faction, right?
Right.
So it's like Chaos, Imperium, Eldari, Necrons, whatever. So check. We got that done. All right. Next, you make your order of battle. And so the order of battle is like the pool of units that you'll initially be able to draw from for your games. So these all start at 50 power level. You build 50 power level worth of units. I don't think there's very many restrictions on that.
No, it's very hard to do, though. I was surprised like how hard it was to restrict to 50 power level.
So I did it pretty easy. I just took the contents of the Indominus box, and that added up to 48 power level. And then I'm going to add another Scarab Swarm. So I've got 3 units of 3 Scarabs.
Right. And then for me, like I looked around and I'm like, I've just painted up 6 Death Shrouds. I'm like, oh, cool, I'll take those. But those are, like, if I took all 6, 22 power level.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
dang.
I can't have half of my available force be 2 units of Death Shroud.
What you could do is take 1 unit for, like, 11 or however much.
And then kind of grow it later, right?
Yeah, you can actually add to them later on.
For sure. But
in fact, you can even add to them initially if you want to.
But I've been burned in previous narrative stuff where we're slow growing things of going, like, too specialized, too heavy, too early.
That's fair.
So what I picked, I have a Chaos Lord because I have that rad Chaos, and this is kind of my thinking behind stuff, by the way.
Sure.
I have that rad Chaos Lord model from the Japanese Death Guard set. I picked a Malignant Playcaster because
hell yeah,
you got to have a Psyker in there. It's Death Guard. They hate Psykers. Plague Marines. Got to have those guys. They are actually power level wise ridiculously cheap.
Yeah, they're pretty low power level.
So like they're 7 power level, very fluffy for a 5-man unit. to increase that to, I think 10 is like another 3 power level.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty good.
So it's like 10 power level for 2 units.
And that's because the Plague Marine squad at 5 can take all those special weapons.
Right.
That's why they cost 7 to start with.
Right, which absolutely makes sense. So I have 2 squads of Plague Marines. Each is exactly the same. I have the champion with a plasma gun and a power fist. I have 2 blight launchers. I have 1 plague flail, and then 6 bolter guys in each squad. And that's both squads exactly the same. And then I have a unit of 20 poxwalkers.
Okay.
Those guys are pretty cheap. Like pretty ridiculously cheap, actually.
Sure.
And then I have a blight hauler, plague burst crawler. Sorry.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Just
little
kinda,
vehicle action. Yeah.
Little vehicle action gives me a little bit of indirect fire support.
That's true.
And kind of fill the gap that I didn't really have. The big surprising thing for me was that Terminators are so expensive. And
They're very expensive.
Everything I want to do. Oh, I have a plague surgeon too.
Nice.
Just kind of like hang around beside the Plague Marines. But yeah, Terminators are like 14 power level for 5 Blight Lords.
Dang.
11 power level for 3 Death Shroud. And like, I get it because the Death Shroud, like they can intercept so much damage from my characters. The Blight Lords, kind of going off of what you were saying, they have so many weapon options.
They really do. They have like a ton of different options.
I totally get it. But trying to find a way to kind of get 20, I was like, oh, maybe I'll take Mortarion. But 24 power level.
Maybe later, John.
Maybe later, John will take that. But I wanted to take kind of a nice random thing. The only thing I'm sad about is I didn't fit a Demon Prince in. And I was really tempted to kind of take out the Chaos Lord and the Malignant Plaguecaster to take just one Demon Prince because the Death Guard Demon Prince I have is like just...
He looks really cool.
He looks great. And I love that model and his stupid kind of bloated chin sack thing.
I love it, yeah.
But later, like that's going to be like
testicle chin.
A later edition for sure. But that's my 50 power level forces. The tank, 2 units Plague Marines. I built it in a way that it works as a battalion.
Okay.
Because I feel kind of that's a good starting point for any army.
Fair enough. So the first thing that we get, in addition to the 50 power level of units to create your order of battle, you also get 5 requisition points.
Okay.
So requisition points can be spent on a bunch of different things. Like you don't start with a warlord trait on your warlord.
Oh,
How
do I acquire Arch Contaminator?
You spend 1 requisition point, and then that character gets that warlord trait. So, which is great, right? You can also spend 1 for a relic. You can spend 1 for a specialist reinforcement, which allows you to take one of your stratagems on a character for free.
Oh, wow.
So, and that lasts the whole campaign. So once you spend that, it lasts the whole campaign.
So for like my Plague Surgeon, if I want to do like the Sons of Mortarion reroll 1s and 2s.
Yep.
1 reinforcement point, whole campaign, I'm good.
Yep. And also you're going to have to pick your, like your sub faction. So like you'll have to pick like your Death Guard house, and I'll have to pick my, like my
Dynasty.
My dynasty, yeah, for Necrons, before the game starts. And that'll be noted on the roster.
Okay.
So like just keep that in mind when you're making your list. If you want to do multiple detachments or something weird, I don't know. You can, let's see here. You can use fresh recruits, and that lets you add more models to a squad.
Okay.
So like if you want to have like 15 Plague Marines in one of your units, you can spend 1. You can spend 1.
That's really good.
Yeah, and then that also it'll cost like more Crusade points and things like that if they have like battle honors and stuff like that, which is fine.
So if you were to have like 3 Death Shroud,
Yeah,
you spend 1 point and you would get 3 more.
yeah,
That's really good.
yeah. But remember that you're probably not going to be playing with all of your units at every game.
That's fair. That's fair.
So like it just lets you kind of surreptitiously increase your unit sizes. Increase supply limit is something that you can do as well. So this is 1 point as well, and this increases your supply limit by 5 power. So you'll be able to play with 5 more. You'll be able
So
to
55 power level.
You'll be able to have 55 power level, yeah. And then you have rearm and resupply. This lets you change a unit's equipment.
That's really good.
And then you have repair and recuperate, which lets you get rid of a battle scar.
Okay.
And then there's psychic meditations, which lets you change your psychic powers.
Oh, because that's locked from the start.
Correct.
Ooh, that's spicy right there.
So you gotta choose good ones.
Oh man, Cloud of Flies. No, it's a stratagem. Shh. It's fine. I know what I'm doing at Death Guard.
You can also spend 1 requisition point to add a warlord trait to a character. So it's not just your warlord; it's also other characters.
So I could have, both characters could have.
even if they're not your warlord.
So it looks like out of the bat for me, I'm spending like 3 requisition points on like the warlord trait, a relic, and then making my plague surgeon permanently reroll 1s and 2s.
Sure. I'm not really sure what I want to use with mine yet.
For me, I think I want to keep a bank of them. Like I could spend the other
I definitely
two.
want to keep at least one in the bank to get rid of a battle scar if I acquire one. But I don't know. I might just spend them all and just kind of.
I was going to say I
freeball.
Definitely need to hold back for battle scars.
I want some battle scars on my units.
Oh, you do?
I do because I think it's fun.
Yeah. But it's a really in-depth system. And I know kind of like looking through the stuff, one of our listeners, Matthew, has started one with his wife, like a campaign, like everything he went through. And it sounds a lot of fun. And like after I read his stuff, like I said, I bought us like this battle journal so we could kind of keep a log of everything because there's a lot of note keeping when it comes to this here.
I'm really looking forward to when they add this feature to the app.
Yeah, like a digital tracking.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that would be like super, super cool. The app, of course, available yesterday.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
Which I'm very excited. I'm going to like flex, I think, just screenshot that I have purchased a subscription when it has nothing. And just
absolutely. Yeah, I'm just going to buy it, man.
Yeah, I'm just going to buy it. And I'm going to send a video on our Facebook page of me throwing $4 in the trash. Come at me.
It's perfect.
But yeah, so why? Okay, so we have gone over kind of like the base rules and the army construction. You have the Indominus box.
Yep.
I have my every special ability ever Plague Marine faction. Why are we fighting?
Oh, so what's like the narrative
what's the
behind our
narrative on
world?
that? Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't thought of it yet. Do you want me to do a write up on it? Because I totally will.
Hell yeah, do a write up
cool.
on it.
All right, you're gonna have to. I'll ask you for some information after this, and then I'll write up a little blurb.
Would be the
Gavin.
name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your general's name?
Gavin.
Oh, God. Is he Hasidic?
Yeah. Oh God.
Oh, dude.
But yeah, do a little write up. We'll get it in here. Next episode, we're going to present our armies, and we're going to talk a little bit about our stuff. And I think even by then we'll probably have a game again too.
I think so.
I do have a wonderful game lined up for Sunday.
Oh, nice.
Some Custodes.
Oh,
Play against
nice.
Mr. Joshua's Custodes.
Oh man, that's awesome.
So we'll see how Mortarion does against those.
Probably surprisingly well.
Surprisingly well.
I think he's going to do well.
A small army with Mortarion surrounded by 6 Death Shroud.
Oh,
I feel he's going to be just fine.
Well, good luck, sir.
Just stay okay. Yeah, I hope so. We are super excited for Crusade. Let us know. Are you guys excited for Crusade? I think you should be. It really plays into well. It's a really thought out system, and it's a lot of fun for kind of 2 people to have reasons to kind of come together, and especially now when there isn't tournaments,
right?
And there isn't necessarily the social gatherings. If you have like 1 or 2 close people that you're hanging out with, especially a lot, you now have a reason to come together to finish this campaign and kind of get the story started. So we're going to start our story, and we're going to share it with you.
For sure.
Please share your story with us.
Yeah. Tell us about your games.
Tell us about your games, and we'll steal them for content.
Hell yeah.